What's up, everybody? This is Robert with Trolling in Paradise. Back in with another anniversary review. This time it's of Typo Negative Bloody Kisses, which has its 30th anniversary. I'm going to go over who Typo Negative were, and then I'm going to go over this album. Typo Negative was a US doom metal, gothic metal band from Brooklyn, New York. They formed in 1989, and they were formed by Peter Steele, who fronted a crossover thrash act called Carnivore before that. Carnivore released two albums in the mid 1980s, and then they disbanded, and they were known as the Drab Four in homage to the Beatles' Fab Four moniker. Because, Peter being a big fan of the Beatles, and yeah, this was. And they're not around anymore because they broke up in 2010 following the death of their frontman and bassist, Peter Steele, who had this really awesome, iconic voice with a low, deep, booming voice, tall, 6'8" stature, big hair, and an awesome bass tone. And now onto the album. Bloody Kisses was the third studio album from Typo Negative, released August 17th, 1993 on Roadrunner Records, which had their first, they released their first 6 records on there, which was Slowly But Hard, Origin of the Feces, Bloody Kisses, October Rust, World Going Down, and Life Is Killing Me. They switched over to SPV Steamhammer for their swan song release Dead Again in 2007, before disbanding following the death of their singer. So, onto the lineup for this album. The lineup was Peter Steele on bass and vocals, who I mentioned. He passed away in 2010 from diverticulitis as a result of his alcohol and drug addiction that he had in the late 90s, early through the 2000s. Kenny Hickey on guitars and vocals. He does co-lead vocals. He sings the pre-chorus and bridge of Black Number 1. And he also sings the middle section of We Hate Everyone, which is one of the songs in this record. Josh Silver on keyboards. He was a childhood friend of Peter. And when Peter died, Josh quit music altogether and became a paramedic. And on drums was Sal Abruscato. This is his last album with Typo. He left after that to form Life of Agony, another awesome band. Onto the track listing. The first track is called Machine Screw. It's the introduction for the album. It's basically some spooky industrial noises and some moaning, some sexual pleasure moans, to be honest, to be precise. And the moans were done by Josh Silver's ex-girlfriend. And it leads into Christian Woman, the first real track on the album. It starts off with Peter saying, "Forgive her, for she knows not what she does." Then the keyboards enter to start it off. And then Peter starts singing the first bit in a very soft register. And then after that intro is done, the guitars, bass, and drums enter, and it gets heavy. And this one's 9 minutes long. Next is Black Number 1, which that was the big hit from this album. That was the band's most popular song. It became a live staple, and that's what put them on the map. It opens with a very iconic bass intro with a yeah. It's about an ex-girlfriend of Peter's who was a goth girl, because Peter was into goth girls that had big breasts and electrical tape covering the nipples. I'm kind of not into the whole nipple tape thing. So yeah. Sorry to all the feminists viewing it, but, that's just my opinion. Fay Ray come out and play. It's an interlude. It's got some screaming. It's about a minute long. And this interlude's pointless. Then it goes into the controversial "Kill all the white people that will be free," which is the genocidal, politically charged song. And yeah, not something you'd want to write nowadays. But very nasty track. Next, the worst song on the record, the cover of Summer Breeze. Ugh, from Seals and Crofts. I hate that cover. It's so bad. I just prefer the original version that came out in the 70s. By rest in peace to Jim Seals. He passed away last year of a stroke. That was a giant bummer. Set Me on Fire. That's what the continuation of Summer Breeze. And this one is kind of dumb. Dark Side of the Womb. That's the other interlude. And it's the shortest one in the album, only 30 seconds. It's just the sound of a baby crying. So it's like a soundscape. I know they did soundscapes for On World Coming Down that were named after parts of the immune system later on. Oh man, We Hate Everyone is next. This one is absolutely amazing. It's a big description of Type O. Basically, a big middle finger to the press on that matter. Bloody Kisses, A Death in the Family is up next. This one was written about the death of one of his Peter's sisters, who unfortunately committed suicide during the making of that record. 3.0.I.F. That's another interlude, and it is absolutely pointless. Too Late, Frozen. That one is kind of a lame track. And it's about knowing that it's too late to be sorry. That you know that the person cheated on him, and it's basically him directing his anger at an ex-girlfriend of his who cheated on him, which is almost like a direct follow-up to the song "Unsuccessfully Coping with the Natural Beauty of Infidelity," which is off their first record. Blood and Fire. Really gnarly song. It's really heavy. And the final song is the ballad "Can't Lose You." It's really dumb. That song was written about a cat that Peter owned that also passed away during the making of that record. And yeah. Bloody Kisses, one of the best albums in Type O. I can do without some of the songs. I can also do without some of those interludes. Take the interludes out, and also take out Too Late, Frozen, or even one of the other songs like I don't know, like the Summer Breeze cover. You would have a pretty decent album. Because I hate that cover of Summer Breeze. It's very cringe, almost as much as I hate that cover of Cinnamon Girl on October Rust. But anyway, yeah. That's it for now. I'll see you later.